Hello my fellow keepers, how's it going? Welcome to this channel and welcome to the stream. I do apologize for the slight delay. I actually started early, but then I started the stream and then I figured out there was some sort of problem and I had to sort it out. So here we are. I'm not sure. I'm using my one device as a chat thing because I don't have two screens, and this thing doesn't want to load now. So if you chat and I reply late, reply late, I do apologize. Okay, so here we have our the Gardens Bird and Reptile Park. We're gonna have a look at it properly now. So the original plan for this park was to do it in sort of phases. That section sort of there would have been the first section, the first phase, and I sort of figured out that, well, in testing mode, that it's not really a working park because you don't make money from it, if that makes sense. I've tried sort of everything, reducing staff wages, but just those three habitats with the buildings that I wanted in it just wasn't enough. So I thought, okay, well, let's do the reptiles, because the reptiles would have been phase 2. And with the reptiles, luckily, it's working. But now, as I look at the shape like this, I thought, you know what, maybe in the future, because I sort of left space there and there for extra habitats if someone wants to add something of their own, then there is sort of, space there. But then I thought, why not, like sometimes in the future, do an extension but different themes outwards, if that makes sense. Let's see if this phone would work now. I think so. There we go. It's working. Thank goodness. So yeah, let's have a look at the park. So this park will be uploaded as it is now. So there's no. Wait, let's do this. It's still the first year, the 29th of January. There's no guest. Nothing is like happening. It's like a fresh build park. There's no animals. So when you download it from the workshop, just add all of your own animals and enrichment items, and there's one or two things that I didn't add because I also thought, I can't remember, the education boards and stuff, like those are the things that you need to just make sure it's on each animal. And what, there was something else, we'll have a look now. Okay, let us do this. There we go. Oh, I think I'm a little bit high. There we go. So the entrance was sort of a very difficult thing because I didn't quite know what I want. So to actually start off, I've built this whole park for the franchise mode, and that's why it's not a custom entrance. It's an entrance that you can pop in front of a franchise zoo. And I think most of my entrances that I've built is something like this, something that you can pop just in front of the existing entrance, because unfortunately in franchise mode we can't move those things, unfortunately. So the entrance was sort of, what do I do to attach something on there that just makes it look fancier as you walk into the zoo. And then this whole sort of gardens idea sort of came to life. I wanted to do like a big body of water and some plants in the front, and yeah, the rest just happened as is. However, this whole thing went through this whole thing went sort of through phases, especially this building had about 4 or 5 changes from the original to, I don't even know what it is now, but I like the sort of curved vibe that it's having now. So this is our entrance. We you know what, we can just as well, hold on, play it for now so that the water can fall. There's no animals in here, so we shouldn't have any problem. So there's nice sort of waterfalls, and yeah, I quite like it. And at night time, we're gonna do sort of day night time as we go along, just to get the feel. There's a lot of light in the zoo, and then I've done sort of those multicolors there in the background which, well, not multicolored, two-colored. And I must say it actually turned out quite awesome. That side is slightly lighter because of the moon. It's shining on it. So, yeah. Let's make it daytime again. I wish there was an easier way to just push one button and, yeah. So as you come into the entrance, there will be two gift stores, basically the info and the loony balloons, and then chief beef and gulpy. That's just something for them to sort of spend their money as they come in and out. Then let's see, which way should we go first? I think let's go this side first. No, we need to go up here first, because this is sort of the first building. So this is sort of a big guest area. So we have our gulpy and chief beef here. I usually use those sort of food and drink stores a lot, because a lot of people seems to have problems with research. So I try to use more the standard ones that you don't need research for. Then we've got two toilets. I don't know why I put two toilets in. Well, there's actually 4 in this building, but I needed to fill the space. I wanted to change this whole corner and move the toilets in there and do a sort of an ATM thing there, but I thought, you know what, it's fine, just leave it. Then this side also, I haven't connected the path there because otherwise people just walk through the wall. Here we have the seating area, the same on this side. And then on this side we have the info station and the loony balloons and 2 toilets again. And that's just another seating area. Then when we go, maybe I should just use my keyboard for this. Then when we come down here, there's sort of a nice little seating section here where guests can just chill. Then we have, it looks sort of like that's almost in the air, but it's not. Then we have the Indian peafowl, the first habitat, which is this side. Now there's also sort of like little fact things on there that I don't know, I just thought it would be sort of cool to put some sort of stuff there, because we can't make our own educational boards, so I just did stuff like that. I know it won't technically count, but you know, it's there. So here we have the Indian peafowl. I sort of wanted to keep all of the habitats sort of the same, but luckily as I went, only I think 2 of each is sort of the same design, but with slight different insides, if that makes sense. We have a guest section where they can walk in. I'll want to maybe change this later on, but yeah, that is it. There's still more than enough space for enrichment items and stuff like that. Then we're gonna go, oh wait, we need to go lower. We need to be about yay high. Yeah, there we go. And then on this side we have the greater Flamingo, with also some fun fact things, and very similar, like I said, similar design, but like here we have a bigger body of water, well, bigger pool. And yeah, so that side we only have guest, sorry, not guest, staff. And yeah, I sort of didn't quite know what to do. I didn't want to take it out, and then it looked very awkward, so I just did this whole sort of archway. And this is just the back of the habitat, and then we have our keeper hut and our staff room and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go. This side we have our ostrich, or common ostrich habitat, which I must say this also went through quite a few phases. Originally the wall was sort of, it had the same situation as that, and then I decided to do, you know, just change it up a bit, and that's how this whole thing was born. So we have this sort of name, we have the education screen, and then on this side also we have some sort of, you know, just a quick thing of ostriches and stuff like that. And we also have don't feed and be silent sort of boards, but this one I think turned out pretty well. I like the sort of edging of the path and stuff like that, the little raised garden things. I think this one turned out pretty awesome. So the main idea also behind this was that it's sort of an old town that was converted into a zoo, and that's why all of the shelter areas looks like it could have been homes, if that makes sense. I'm not very good with storytelling, so that was sort of going on in my mind, and I just went with it. So then on this side we have a sort of a walkway park situation, which there's not really any purpose for it except for like sort of scenery. But yeah, so we have this whole seating sort of area. So this is like the main gardens of the park. And oh, what am I doing? I'm doing something. Here we have a little bridge with a fountain, and that's it. Trying to figure out this keyboard. There we go. No. More seating areas. And then this side, I wasn't really happy with this because I wanted to keep everything sort of neat and organized sort of vibe, but then I thought maybe one section of just a bush of some sort, and that's how those, so both of the sides of this garden, this side and on the other side, it would be similar. But here we have another seating area where guests can just chill and eat their food on top of the water and look at stuff around them. Now originally I built this whole thing as a habitat so that you could have sort of Indian peafowls running around and stuff like that. Everything worked except for one thing. There's too many plants for the animals in this habitat, and because of that they are super depressed. So I just decided to leave the whole habitat idea. There we go. I don't know why I'm struggling like that. Yeah, this is a guest section. We have this time we have different stores: hot dog squad and what is it? Gulpy slush. A toilet, the same like on the other side. We have an ATM as well, and Hat's Fantastic and Gulpy Energy. That's what's going on in here. And then again, this whole guest section. What else? More seating area. Just like a nice sort of garden to stroll through and enjoy the scenery. We've sort of walked through the bridge now. Okay, so now we're done with that. Let's go down here. So there's a lot of chairs and stuff all over the place just to help guests, because the park is fairly big and I think they might get tired to walk the whole thing through. That's just, I don't know why I've even done that, but I thought it needed to be bulked out slightly, so I've just done that whole thing. Here we have the Coryell, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure. So this is the Coryell Habitat. It's the exact same habitat as the Saltwater Crocodile. The only difference is the name, obviously, in the boards, but yeah, this is the exact same habitat. So they all obviously need like a massive body of water, which I've given them. And yeah, I think that is it for this one. This side we have the Galapagos tortoise, the same as the Aldabra, just terrain is slightly different. Here we have an education seating area situation going on. This side we have another seating area with education and an ATM, because I thought we need an ATM sort of somewhere in this side. So we have 4, we have one on this side, one on that side, and then on the other side the same story. There is nothing further there. Yeah, so nothing is going on there. Here we have the Nile Monitor. What am I doing? There we go. So I've added sort of these music speakers in because it looked very empty without those. So I thought, well, I can't have 2 education speakers so close to each other, and the education speakers is it's ugly. It's ugly. So the education speaker, I think it. No, I haven't added it. I'll add that before I upload it. But it would be sort of behind this wall. But yeah, we have the Nile Monitor. It's a very cool looking habitat as well. Very similar style, different sort of insides, but you get what I'm saying. They have slightly bigger pools than the um, Komodo Dragon because they obviously need water and the Komodo Dragon doesn't. Then let's go down again. So we've seen that, that's the seating area with the ATMs. Then this is just sort of a scenery thing. At this point I was like, what do I add here? And I thought my main sort of thing was, let's add a sort of fake building, just something that's there. And then I ended up with this part because the building didn't quite work out. Here we have our staff area. I think this is sort of the thing that I'm most proud of, is the staff area. This is something that I'll definitely use in multiple zoos. I quite like this whole enclosed section. So we have 2 keeper huts in here and 2 small staff rooms and 2 research centers. The rest we only have 1 of each. A quarantine, that's one of our keeper and staff rooms. We have electricity and water, which I only realize now I don't really like those signs. We should get signs like that for water and electricity. Then this side we have our workshop and our trade center, our vet and another keeper and staff room, and some cars and stuff, you know, just because why not. Like I said, all of this is sort of in a enclosed section in the zoo, so we have this sort of nice beautiful outer walls just to not make it look very blank, if that makes sense. Then you can go through here through, well, to get to that park and sort of all of those nice things. The side we have the Saltwater Crocodile, which is here, and like I said, this one and the Coryell shares the exact same habitat. The only difference will be the terrain. I think the Coryell wanted sand where the Saltwater Crocodile doesn't, so then let's us go. Here we have another education seating area. We have the Aldabra. They actually like quite a bit of long grass. I was actually surprised when I've done their habitat. And then last we have our Komodo Dragon, which this one I was sort of depressed over because I wanted to do more grass, but they don't like grass, so I had to do this whole brown looking thing. Let's pause again for now. And the whole brown thing wasn't something I was a fan of, but it turned out to be okay, so I left it. And then we have actually we have 2 more buildings we can have a look at. We have our guest area, which has quite a few sort of stores there, a toilet in there, some seating areas, and the same on that side. And then we have our exhibit. Now, the exhibit is sort of a mess up because when I went through the Wikipedia thing of the animals, what is it called? No, it's not called Wiki. Is it? Wait, let's see. What's it called? Zoopedia, there we go. So when I went through that whole thing, I only counted 8 reptiles. And when I wanted to add those reptiles, all of a sudden there were 9. So, yeah, we have 9 reptiles and I only have 8 exhibits, which is fine. So, and that is it. That is all the show off for the zoo. We're gonna obviously have animals, put animals in, play it for a bit, see how everything is working out. The first thing I want to do is show you guys just a couple of areas at night that I think sort of looks cool. We have a lot of these sort of lights all over. I didn't do big lights, and I think now that I look at it, I should have maybe done some couple of sort of street light things, but I'll leave it to you guys. You guys are more than welcome to, I don't know, add it if you want to. So the back wall is definitely my favorite. I love the colors. I originally wanted to do sort of a rainbow situation, but then this blue sort of vibe was the one that stuck. I love it. And then here you'll see the water is sort of more bluer, if that makes sense, than usual, because I have, as you can see, sort of blue lights that reflects on that little thing, and because of that, from this view it looks like the water is like blue, which is also awesome. I don't think there's any other nice. Oh, we have some light things going on here that also the same sort of concept, but this time we have one at the top there to sort of shine down on this little thing, and one there and on that side. This all of this has buildings and habitats and stuff, has a ton of details, like the outer walls here. As you can see, all of these things, it's extra stuff that I added just to give it that a little bit of extra detail. As for more lights, I don't think I've added any other sort of that sort of neat situation. Oh, we have a little bit more. We have some in here. I should actually do some lighting in this alley, well, this path, because it's quite dark. We have got on this side of the garden, we have our other sort of mixed, I don't know, abandoned garden, I don't know what to call it, but this sort of garden thing, and there's some butterfly lights in there that makes it look, well, just a little bit better. But that is it for all the night lights and stuff like that. I mean, this park, and we have some pink situation going on there. I sort of forgot about the color there. Ah, I see. That actually looks not too bad with the whole blue and turquoise sort of vibe. And that is it for the show. Yeah, let's get started. Let's get animals in, get some staff, and do some education stuff. I need to put something here because that's very empty, and see how everything is working. So we're gonna make it daytime again. It's luckily still paused. Oh, we are already in October. Just that whole show took us to October. Wow. Let's get animals. Oh, no, first we need staff. So we're gonna have some cleaners, maybe put one there. Doesn't really matter where I put it. I think I should maybe put them close to here for now, because this is where they'll take the animals. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try 8 for now. I think 8 should be enough to keep this whole park clean. I hope. Then keepers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 habitats. So we'll do 12 keepers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, this section already is like all the guests that we'll have in our park eventually. What else do we need? Mechanics, we can do 9. I don't know, is 9 really needed? Let's do 5 for now, and if we need more we can just hire. Security, I want to do sort of 1, 2 that will roam that area, 2 that will roam, maybe more than 2, 4 that would sort of roam that area, and about 4 that would roam this area, something like that. I hope it's enough. Let's just add an extra one. Then we have vendors. I'm not gonna add because I think there's already like a ton of them. 24. Let's do 2 vets for now, although I don't think vets would be needed, but we're just gonna have them in it just in case. So I've done 3 now, it's fine. Okay, let's get our animal. So the first animal that we're gonna start with is the greater flamingo. So let's look for that. We're gonna adopt that. Oh, you know what, before I do that, I wanna see obviously if the zoo is working economy. So we're gonna set our money to 40,000, well, as close as I can get it to 40, I suppose. And our conservation we will put to maybe 1,005. No, 1,005. It doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, the rest I'm happy with. Is it? Yeah, it's right. Okay. Okay, so we'll adopt that. Oh, that one is younger. Let's take her. Take what? 31 years old. I didn't even know they could live that long. Let's take that one. Do those 2 females. And those 2. How many do we have of them now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to do sort of 8 of them. So let's do 2 more. That one and that one. Yeah, hopefully 8 would be enough. Okay, let them bring those in so long. And while we also wait for them, we can make sure that everything is in working order, because we have sort of a lot of problems now, I think, because of the education boards and stuff. Oh, we haven't checked that out yet. We'll check that section out as well just now. I'm just waiting for the guest to add one of them in here so we can see what's happening. You know what, I'm not sure if my chat is working, because I see this thing is freezing and freezing. Okay, while we wait for them, okay, here they come, here they come. Oh, and they're running. Thank you very much. I just want to also sort of add enrichment items as I go along, just to, I don't know, get them feel happy, if that makes sense, make them in a good mood. Okay, so for the animals, the habitat is fine. What's wrong with the habitat? Terrain. We have a terrain problem. I didn't even notice that. So we have a little bit too much short grass. I need to fix that also before I upload it. Let's give them some soil. So we'll do more darker soil there. What else do they want? Rock. Maybe we can do some rock as well. Some light sort of rock in between there. I'm not sure where I can do more, because we have to take some of the short grass out without like the whole thing without it being sort of stupid. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Let's put that back. But there we go. Okay, everything is fine now. For a moment I was like, now what am I going to do? It's very difficult to do the terrain when you have sort of an idea and it can't be met because the terrain doesn't work with the idea. Let's see the enrichments. So let's do that. greater flamingo. Oh, we still have to do a lot of animals. Like, a lot. Okay, so for enrichment I have a few options. We have one of those which we can add there. That is toy. Then for food we have this which we can add in. You know what, let me just take that away because otherwise I can't see. Which we can add sort of there. And that, oh, that's all. That's it. They don't need more. Okay, I'm cool with that. How about the welfare? What's wrong with the social space? Why did I do something to break them now? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, that's sort of a problem, because when I built this, this was sort of my main idea, is to add this here. I don't know if I could maybe sink it in slightly. Will that help? No, it doesn't. Well, aren't they supposed to just... Oh, no. Oh, they could fly. Never mind. I'm so sorry. But I don't want that. I want it to work, so I'll have to think of something. Maybe add it inside. I don't know if it will work inside though. Let's see quickly. Not with the bedding though, so we'll have to move out the bedding and sort of add it there. Okay, so we're gonna move that. It's a good thing that I actually sort of look at all of these things, because otherwise I wouldn't have noticed it. Okay. Oh, we still can't. Interesting. And there's no other option for them unless I put it sort of here. I'll have to alter this whole section on the side, maybe sort of there in the far. Do it there, and then we can just... I don't really want to remove that, but okay, we're gonna leave it as is for now. Look, the habitats and stuff won't be uploaded with the enrichment items, so hopefully it could be sorted out before people want to start adding it. Okay, so next animal. Let's pause real quick. We're gonna do the Indian peafowl because they are fine now. Oh, we have an animal problem. Sick animal. Okay, call the vet. There we go. Come back to the side. Let's see. For the Indian peafowl, I think we're gonna do one male, and then 3, maybe 4. I don't know. 1 male, 4 female should be fine. I don't want any of those males though, but that's the only option I have. Okay. I think 4 should be enough. I think that's sort of their social group is 4, so we're gonna start off with that. And as they breed, we can just release them into the wild. While we wait for them to bring those animals, we can get our common ostriches so long. Let's just take off the Indian peafowl. For common ostriches, we can do 2 females and a male. As I wanted to buy that male, it was gone. And let them also be moved in there while we wait. Because we're gonna wait quite a while for them to sort of bring the animals in here. I hope they don't need the same big thing for enrichment. Let's quickly see what they would want. Okay, Okay, so that, oh, just my luck. So we have a toy for them, which we'll do there, and then their food enrichment will use this, I suppose. I'll just change the color later on. Maybe do two of them. We know how these guys breed, so I just want to make sure they have enough sort of amusement in their little... Let's see, 99%, so the only problem seems to be the habitat plants, which is unfortunate because we can't really remove... What is that? Oh, that's on the outside. That's not even part of the habitat. Okay, interesting. I'll fix that. That's actually not part of the habitat. That's just the barrier that I've done. So I'm not sure why that is doing that, but okay, we'll fix that. So they are fine. Let's do our common ostriches. Where are they? Oh, there they are. So the terrain and stuff is fine, so it's just the enrichment items. We have more sick animals. One of these, I think, there we go, yeah, it's that one. I don't know, that one is not. Only this one is multicolor, so I think I'm gonna sort of try and get it the same color vibe as the zoo's sort of color pattern. Oh, so it's only the front section that changes color. Okay, that's fine. So we'll add sort of the ball there for toy, and we'll add that for toy, and then this, which is food. So we'll have this for food. Oh my lord, I didn't really, you see, I didn't bargain on this sort of bigger things. Let's do our food enrichment, these ones, so we can add one there. I mean, they sort of help, so it's fine. Two of them, they have water and everything is fine in this habitat. Cool. Let's move on to our next animal, which is the saltwater crocodile. I think you can only add, well, do two crocodiles in a habitat at the same time. I'm not sure. I think so. I actually haven't checked their social thing, but I did test this with two, so I know two. Oh, that one is expired. We need a male. Let's do the younger male and then move them there. Their enrichment, I'm not even sure what their enrichments are, but I haven't added like these habitats, then a feeding station yet, so I have to sort that out as well. So let's do that real quick while we are here. Luckily we don't need water, we have more than enough water in this habitat, so only feeding station and, well, a feeding tray and enrichment. So where did I see it? Ah, there we go. Okay, so for feeding we're going to use maybe the two. See, I want them to sort of come here and eat, but I don't know if that's gonna work, if they'll be able to get there. So what I'm going to do is I'll add those sort of there and do the enrichments sort of there. I know that doesn't really look nice, but hey, we don't really have any other. Oh, this is also food. My lord, what is it? I'm not sure how this is a food, but okay. I'm not gonna argue. Then we have our toy, which I think we can do sort of this. The problem with the crocodiles, they don't really have that sort of massive traversable area thing where other animals can get sort of closer to the buildings. They can't. They have a very sort of, you see, which is very weird. Okay, that works. They'll get to that. They'll get to that. I'm not sure why this. There's nothing there, so it's sort of, I don't know. What problems do they have? Terrain seems to be a problem. Oh, we have a soil problem. So let's add some soil. I think I know what I've done. When I placed these buildings, the grass was very long and I wanted to paint it, so I think I painted this section also. So the habitat won't be uploaded like that, so don't stress. That whole section is sort of terrain. Yeah, that whole section should be terrain, let's put it that way. Well, I say terrain, you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill it up again, because it's pointless if one side is sort of brown and the other side is green. And we have rain. At the moment we're actually not making money, we are losing a ton of money. But we don't have all our animals in yet, so it's fine. So the terrain is fine, the shelter, all of that is fine. They still, look at the nutrients, I can't really do anything now to it. The social space, how's the space a problem? We have more than enough space for both of them. And they, oh, I see. You know what, it's fine. It's not a train smash, it's like 97, so it's not too bad. Let's move on to the next one, which is the Komodo Dragon. One of the animals. Hello, how is it going? One of the animals that I also forgot to add when I was busy designing the zoo. And then when I sort of went through the list, I thought, oh my lord, there's another reptile. So, yeah. Let's get two of these. Let's do first take the Saltwater Crocodile out and get the Komodo Dragons, which, did I go past it now? Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure how old they can get though, so we're gonna take the youngest of them all. That's sort of the female and male. Let's get them in. Let me just also double check the education on the crocodile. Yeah, that is it. I don't know why there's nothing playing there. There should be sort of sound coming from it. Yeah, and then that one, like I said, all of that sorted out. This doesn't have education, so I might have to add a speaker. So let's quickly add that while we wait for our animals. Come on. We can't choose the animal yet because there's no animals in here yet. Now there is. Come on. Don't do this. There we go. Okay, so their habitat is a very dry looking situation. Like I've explained earlier, unfortunately that's how they like their terrain. And they are very similar to the crocodiles with their traversable situation. it doesn't make sense. They are a smaller animal. I mean, very smaller. So, yeah, I don't know. There's like sections that they can't walk on, and then there's other sections where they can. So yeah, that's sort of very confusing to I don't know, to understand, I suppose. Their habitat is fine. Let's add them a feeding station and a few enrichments. There we go. So they also eat meat. There's a lot of things that I don't know. Let's do 2 small ones sort of there. I think that should be fine. Water they'll have enough. As for their enrichments, we can do a pumpkin. Oh, we can do a pumpkin, but I don't want it on. There we go. That's fine. And then for toys, what am I doing? We can add something over there, sort of like that, and something on the other side there. There we go. Let's see how they feel. Oh, we have something breeding already. Sure. They do breed fast, these animals, I must say. They're very fast. Okay, so we've got that in, that's fine. Next animal will be the Aldabra tortoise. Let us get... Oh, we don't have money. Oh my lord. Okay. We'll have to go and steal some money, unfortunately. Before we do that, let's up our prices to... I think the maximum that I've went in the first testing mode was sort of 15,000, well, not 15,000, $15. And that was sort of fine. But we're gonna need some money, so what we'll do for now is go to our settings, to the economy, and add 10,000, I suppose, should help us for now. And that, we'll just do that again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have 10,000 again. Thank you very much. It's been a challenge. There's a lot of things that sort of didn't want it to work in the beginning, when this whole sort of idea started. Okay, so we have Aldabra. I think they can actually be more than 2, but we're gonna do only the male and female for now. I'm actually not even sure. There's a lot of animals that I don't really play with, so I don't know all of their sort of stuff that is needed for them and what their social groups are like and stuff like that, so we'll figure it all out just now. Am I not? Oh, there we go. Oh wow, these guys are old. I don't think they'll be able to reproduce. I don't even know. Okay, I think those are the sort of youngest out of the 2. Let's send them in and get them also a feeding station. So I was thinking, oh, they have. Never mind. You know what they have? I don't know what I'm doing. We need some enrichment items, so we can do some sort of thingy there. And for food, we can add maybe that. I don't know if that's gonna be enough though for 2 of them. Let me just check. Their food enrichments aren't enough, so we can add maybe a ball. Can we change the color of the ball? Oh, thank heavens. Do the ball sort of there. I hope it's gonna work there. That's still, oh wow, wow. They're pushing it now. Let's do that sort of inside the habitat, the shell area. Oh, we can't. Oh, we can't. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it outside. This zoo has a lot of rain. Like, I don't even know what's going on here. So they also have quite enough space to move around and do their thing. I think, yeah, that's more than enough space for them. Okay, next animal is, we've done that one. We've done that. Will be the Galapagos. The Galapagos, and then we will do the Nile and the Coryell. And then our exhibits. So Galapagos, how's the money doing? I don't want to borrow more. We could have taken a loan actually. Now that I think about it, a loan would have been sort of better. But yeah, let's get these guys quickly. The Galapagos. Just to add animals is like already a sort of major situation. I think that one seems to be the youngest, and that one. So let's add them. And then for their enrichments, we can do all of those. Seeing that we don't have any other options. There goes my dog again. She's like the most grumpiest dog ever. If she's sleeping, don't bother her. Otherwise, she's just oh. But yeah, okay, we'll wait for them to be added in there so we can check if they are happy. Let's do the Coryell while we. You know what? Never mind. Here they are. I would like to sort of just make sure one animal is over your loan cash again. They have a toy problem, so we have the ball. Is that it? Let's add maybe a sprinkler thing, sort of, I don't know, there. We can't. Oh, there we go. And that brings it up to 100. Cool. Next animal. We still have to go through the entire park and sort out all the sort of education boards and stuff. Yeah. Let's see where the Coryell. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. My English is like super terrible. So, where G? I think I passed it. Coryell, there we go. We don't have enough money to. Okay, so we need a male, which is we're gonna take that female. And then we'll take that male because it's slightly younger. And then while we wait for them to be moved, we can also look for the Nile Monitor and put them in. I'm curious if you could sort of mix these like animals. Would they fight? We can't afford that one, but we can afford that female. But we can't afford a male. I think what I might have to do is go and borrow some money again. Let's do a 5,000 loan. I'm pretty sure it should be paid off soon. Because I don't have another choice. I don't want to do the whole cheat thing again. So we have that. Let's do. What do we have? We've got a female. With a male, send them to their little corner. And then we can sort out these guys with enrichments. They also, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things that sort of. Oh, is it? Thank you very much. I was sort of, you know what? There's a lot of animals that I sort of try to avoid because I'm so scared that, like the capuchin monkey. Honestly, I was the first time I said like had to pronounce that name. I had to sit and sort of read it like a few times. Um, yeah. So sometimes I try just to avoid the animal, just not to make a total bum out of myself. Where were we? We were adding enrichments for the Coryell. It seems like all the sort of crocodile type of animals. I don't know if there's a proper collective word for lizards, I suppose. Have the same sort of enrichment items. Let's do toys. Do we need another toy? Yeah. Oh, what is this? I've never seen this. Oh, it's like a little fountain thingy. Oh, how adorable. Okay. And then some food. And we also need a feeding station. So maybe we can do one there, like that. And then the feeding station, we can add a big one there. I should have done that with the saltwater crocodile as well. But okay, they seem happy. Their traversable areas are fine. Everything is fine there. Let's move to the Nile, and then we can do the exhibits, and then just sort of go through and make sure everything is done. Oh, we have a problem. We have a soil problem, which doesn't make sense. I mean, when I've done this sort of whole... Oh, you know what? I see now. Yeah, this shouldn't be... Yeah. That just... I don't know how this happened. When I saved the blueprint, it obviously should have saved the terrain as well, because it is a habitat. So, I don't know how this happened, but okay. Let's do that. Oh, sorry for that. That should have been on silent. Let's put it, you know, this phone. There we go. Oh, we still have to do like a ton. I don't want to take too much of the rock away because they need rock, so... Oh, I see, so that section as well. I'm not sure why the habitat didn't upload with the terrain, because when I folded it, everything was sort of fine, if that makes sense. It is fine, we can just fix it real quick, make sure that they are happy with the terrain, and then we can move on. I see we have a couple of animal problems. Now they're gone. Sure. They want a ton of terrain. Well, ground, soil. There we go. That should do it. I'll do it properly just now. It's very sort of dark. It's always raining. Why though? Can we maybe just switch it off for now? Because of... It's always raining. Like always. Okay, so we've done the terrain. Where is one of the animals? Oh wow, they're so tiny. Their traversable is fine. Enrichments. What's wrong with the habitat? Cleanness, okay. Enrichments. This is the only one that we still need to do. Then we're done. Yeah, then we're done. Let's take that away. So we can do their feeding station. Sort of there. And then the food enrichment we can do there. The toy enrichments we can. Are they happy with the food? Yeah, they're happy with the food enrichments. Toy we can do there. One and another bowl there. There we go. So all of the animals are fine. All of them are happy. Everything is done. Now for these guys. And this is going to be a pain because now that I know, I've sort of forgot about one animal. This whole exhibit sort of bothers me. I'm not happy with this anymore. So yeah, unfortunately, we don't have money. We'll have to get more money again. Why aren't we making money? What's all of the problems at the moment? Let's sort out the problems first. Oh, we're not connected there. Let's connect it. Okay, where else? I'll tell you now that one as well. I'm not sure why it wants to do this whole sort of skew situation. Align to growth maybe. See, I've sort of put it slightly skew. Come on. Why? Oh. Excuse us. I'm so sorry. We'll take out the water. There we go. And that shouldn't technically look like that, but hey, what can we do? And we can just add our water again, hopefully. Can we? There we go. I don't know, I just wanted to sort of add water in the background, just to sort of little small puddles, just to make it look like there is something at the back and not just greenery, you know? We have another transformer problem. Because of the... It's not fixed yet. Okay. We hope that they will be able to get to it now. I think we have a mechanic there. Then we have low on cash, and that is it. We don't have any up the price to, I don't know. We have already 1,000 guests in here. I think. I'm not sure why we're not really making money, but we have 1,000 something now, so we can maybe adopt some of the animals already to go into here, which will be a reptile. So the reptile that I forgot was the Hilly monster or something like that, something in that line. I forgot about that one. I only realized that, well, I say I forget. What I mean is I didn't even know we had one. Let's put it that way. And I sort of went through the list, and I saw, okay, there's eight. And yeah, then there was never 8. Okay, so we're gonna do the yellow. Yellow Anaconda will. Oh, that one sort of looks interesting, but I wanted to go younger. Western Diamondback we can do. Also a female. I think I'm just gonna stick with females because I have this sort of idea in my head that females live longer. I don't know why. Because with the tarantulas it works like that. The female lives like for 20-30 years, where the male has like 5 or 10 years. So I don't know. I hope it's sort of the same with the snakes. I don't know. I have a lot of female snakes, so I would like, if that is the case, that they live longer. We don't have more money. We're getting some money. Okay, so we've done the western, we've done the yellow. What else? The puff either. You know what? Let's do this for now. And then I can just switch it back on. I will upload it with the settings though, because I want people... No, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Let's just do that for now, because it is sort of a pain. The puff adder, we're gonna go... Oh wow. Oh wow, that's like very young. I'm definitely taking you. The lesser... we have that one, that's young. Iguana. Well, we have two iguanas, the lesser and the green. I mean, I want to take the male because of his little gold thingy. What's his gold rating? There we go. Because of his gold. No man, is it rating? Appeal. There we go. I found it. But I want to keep all of those animals in their female, so we'll go with that one. What next? Now this little fella I forgot. So I'm not going to add it into this zoo. What I'll do, just because I forgot it, I'll build a whole separate exhibit sort of building with one exhibit in, and we'll add him later on. Because I do sort of feel bad that I forgot him. But for now, seeing that I want to build one, I will adopt one and we'll keep it for now. Okay, move on. Eastern brown, what brown snake? Okay, that's it, that's his name, the Eastern brown. We have let's take this one, the common deaf adder. Oh, I like that. Let's adopt that one. And then I think we still, the boa. We need the boa, and I think then that would be it. Oh, that one, though. Yeah, that is it. Okay, we have all our exhibit animals. So we'll do the Western Diamondback. Oh, I think I've put it on the other side now. Darn it. So I want to do the sort of sand desert type of vibe in one side and then the tropical on the other side, but I don't think we have enough desert like type of snakes. The puff adder will be desert-ish, yeah. I was actually taking a chance there. I had no idea. The common deaf adder will also be... just look at me go. I actually don't know. I know that's tropical, and I know the boa is tropical. I'm not sure about the iguanas. I know this is a... Maybe we should do this instead then. Wait, you know what? Let's first see if it's tropical. Then it... Why is it invalid? Animal of different species. But I want to put it in there. What did I... Oh, lordy lord. What am I doing now? We want to move this one. Oh, there we go. Oh, so it is sort of a rocky desert situation. I'm happy with that. Good. So this side we'll have our two constrictors and our... Who's singing? Okay, let's see. I don't know if you guys ever heard sort of the guest coughing every now and then. And then I think to myself, And then we can't move. I think I know now what I've done earlier is I wanted to most probably move both of them at the same time. Okay, so let's start here. The first thing I want to do is get the temperature right, because we don't want them to boil or get sick, or I don't know what they'll get, but they won't be happy with me. So let's change that first. That can stay 30. And then we can do the sides, maybe 3D. I sort of like the 3D idea. Okay, and oh no, not that one. And that one. Oh, I see we have a problem. I'll have to fix that before I upload it. There we go. And then on that side as well. Cool. Okay, so we've got that in. We can add the extra bits. When I do sort of these enrichment items, I usually add all of them because I like the whole thing to be sort of full, if that makes sense. Let's do that quickly. See, I like it sort of overgrown feel. It looks pretty. And we can do the education. Also, there will be 2 education things, so make sure you do both of them. Next, we've got the boa. Let's do the education first, and then we can do the rest. Just so that we don't have to sort of go up and down the whole time, you know. There we go. Okay. The boa. His humidity is, so the heat is fine. His humidity should be about, I don't know, 74. Let's make it 70, just to be safe. And then we can do all of those plants and sticks and branches and lights and then the glass. Cool. Next, we've got the yellow anaconda. But this is fine, so we have a heat problem. Okay. Then all the enrichments as well. I think all of them are the same. All the tropical ones are exactly the same, and all the sort of desert-like ones. I don't think I've seen sort of a difference. Well, okay, now I do see a difference. There's sort of like these cane, not cane, is it cane? Things in there. Oh, but we have them in there as well. I think it's just sort of placed differently. I don't know. But we have a red light. I can see the red on there. Okay. Oh my lord, there's a small little water feature. Oh wow, come on, that's adorable. Isn't that adorable? Oh wow. I've never known that. Oh, you must be joking. I like this. Honestly, I love it. This is beautiful. I wish I could sort of do those small little water features in, like, in the zoo. Okay, let's continue here. We need to do the side panels. I hope he also has sort of a water feature. Does he? No. I think this is just going to be sort of straight rock. I might be wrong. We'll see as we go. I mean, that was quite awesome. I didn't. Oh, look at it. Oh my lord, I love it. That's awesome. That's super awesome. I like it. Okay, next. We've done that one, right? Everything is done with them. Yeah, they're 100%. That's a nice thing about the exhibit animals. If everything is sort of met, they are 100%. There's no sort of, I don't know, stuff that the other animals don't like a terrain or a plant, or they are 100% unless they're sort of hungry or miss themselves or something like that, which is awesome. Oh, and I see him. Hello. How is you? Why can't I click on you? Oh, well, that's I'm not sure why we can't click on him. Oh, there we go. We clicked on him just now, I think. No, we clicked on something else, whatever. Let's make sure he has everything he needs. Temperature, we need to drop the humidity slightly. Just a slightly. I think about 70 should also be it. Nope, we need to do more, maybe 60. I don't know if 60 will be enough. No, let's do 55. And then we can do the sides. And then add all of the extra bits and stuff. There we go. Okay, so all of our animals on this side seems to be fine, seems to be happy. I'm happy. Now let's go to the more drier side of things. Ah, me too. I was like flabbergasted just now, and it's so adorable, so tiny. Yeah, it's adorable. Western Diamondback. Like I must also say another thing about this game. Believe it or not, since I started playing Planet Zoo, I've learned a ton of things about animals. I've always been a sort of animal lover person, but never really researched on animals. Like I would watch animal shows or, you know, do the normal things, and then since I've started playing this game, I've actually learned a ton of things, which is good. It's very good. And also, since I started playing Planet Zoo, I overcame my fear of spiders, got myself 25 tarantulas, 6 snakes, 4 leopard geckos. So I'm sort of building my own zoo at home. I think all of the drier sort of exhibits will... Oh, excuse us, please. Just go with your... Oh, that's the wrong one. Oopsie. Oh, we always have these people that complain about everything. I didn't want them to come here. They just mess up everything, you know, because now all of the stats and everything's gonna be down for a while because of their boards they wanna flap around. They should sort of give you like a notice sort of situation first, like take care of that before we send our people to come and toy there in front of your zoo, you know. Now they just rock up and then everyone is upset because of that one person with her board and some funny language written on there. Okay, so I wonder if they have any... I don't think they would have any... Oh, but there they are. Look at them. Oh my lord, I think this is the closest I've ever been to a venomous snake. But that thing looks scary. Like... Oh, come on. There we... No. I don't know, there's something wrong with his eyes. I don't know if that's how it should be. But he looks scary. Okay. Other than that, I think this is a pretty sort of neat layout. I like this. I wish we had sort of smaller plants like that. Smaller little things like this in the game to actually use, because all the stuff we have is this massive oversized... What's this? This is Buffalo. Yeah, let's quickly do him. That one is done 100%. It's amazing, no? Yeah, I must say, this game has only done good to me so far, and I've I've been a YouTuber for nearly 2 years, but I wasn't as active as I am lately. I played Sims, and let me tell you, Sims is one of those games that is fun for sort of a while, and then you need a break. You can't play it too long, if that makes sense. So I stopped sort of YouTube also for a while because I was over Sims. And then this came along. What am I doing? I'm missing something. What? Never mind. No, not that one. Okay. Oh, we have two more. I thought that was the last one. Holy. Okay, let me rush it a little bit. Okay, so only their temperature thing. Let's decrease it by 1. There we go. And then this one. It's amazing how their humidity is so high. Sort of strange actually. Okay, and that is it for the exhibits. All of that is done. All of the animals are in. We have a few problems here. We can't be low on cash. Where do you get that information? Okay, I think we can sort of put the whole thing back in action now where we actually have money to see how the economy will work and how things are gonna, I don't know, and do that. Okay, cool. So now we've got some cash, we've got stuff. We'll see now if the zoo is like sort of profitable. We have over 1,400 guests already, which is awesome. Ah, so you also have a channel. You should drop me the link. I'll definitely go and check it out. I sort of like to watch newer YouTubers because I I'm a very shy guy, and let me tell you, I've struggled. I've struggled even to do normal recording. I've struggled. So I like to sort of watch also new people to feel more comfortable with myself, if that makes sense. Because if you look at the pros, then you sort of look down upon yourself. You're like, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, if you get what I'm saying. So over the last few months, I've sort of got more comfortable and stuff like that. But I don't usually watch the bigger guys because just now I might get a knock again, you know. I don't know, I'm just weird like that. Like I said, that was a little bit of an issue there. I think everything is sort of set and done now. We have babies in here. Just look at them. It's adorable. I think all the babies in the game are so adorable. Okay, so everything seems to be running smoothly. There's this little sort of section of the zoo. When I've done the section, I wanted to do something that, I don't know, it looked like it sort of covers the whole path, but it looked too much when it came all the way, so I've just left it there. Now the reason why that path thing is there is because we have an underground tunnel here for a power station and a water station, which by the way I want to see if they affect the guest. No, they don't. Thank the heavens for that. So we're gonna check that out now. And this whole idea that I had was sort of, you know, those vine type of plants that you get that creeps and stuff. Yeah, that was sort of the plan that I had for this sort of section. Let's do that. There we go. So I wanted to make it look like it's sort of growing outwards and sort of creeping onto the path. It's sort of taking over this whole building situation. I really like the style, and I think I might just, I'm not saying I will, but might try to build an entire series out of sort of this sort of look. I like it. I do think it's quite nice. I'm one of those people that sort of build series. I can't just have one type of building and that is it. There needs to be a couple of a sort of same style, just so that you can use them together. But yeah, we have this. So you could, like, here we have a path. I haven't connected it yet. That should go sort of down there, and then all of this will go. Oh my lord, what am I doing? There we go. And this is just sort of a long empty hallway where we have power and water, and then we have the same sort of thing this side. I see we have a few things missing here, which is fine. So when I upload this zoo, yeah, there's a lot of things that you guys myself have to do, because I don't want it to be sort of a zoo that's just 100%. There needs to be a little bit of work so that there's something to do, otherwise you get bored very quickly. I think that is it on that side. There was something, oh, we need to check on all the education stuff. Let's do that, so we could educate our guest. Why? Oh, never mind. Oh, I've only played Planet Coaster since the beta was the first, no, not the first, the second open beta of Planet Zoo. We had that sort of month period that we could play, and after that I was so like addicted to the game, and I needed to build, because I'm a big builder. I love building, and I saw there's a Planet Coaster, so I was like, I'm getting this one, and I played it a bit until Planet Zoo was released, but never again. And I sort of got all the DLCs and stuff as well, so I sort of feel like it's a waste of money but at the end of the day I still like the game. And I have thought about doing maybe a mini series of the game, even though I don't think I'll get any views. I don't actually do the YouTube views, I just do it to share stuff. There was something else that I want. The education boards. I want to add education boards of these. Where are they now? Facilities. Sort of these sort of things, but I want to add them into the building so that it looks like it's sort of built in. Sort of like that. Yeah, I like that. I think the only challenge is going to be sort of to get this zoo a 5-star zoo. I don't think it's possible, because I don't think we have enough animals. We'll see the animal rating just now. Our animals are in good condition, so maybe that's sort of what the rating is all about. Yeah, I had a massive problem with my voice. Well, I still have a problem with my voice. My problem is my English is like the worst. My home language, which is Afrikaans, um, even my Afrikaans, I'm terrible at. Unfortunately, I left school when I was about 13 years old and wasn't very well educated when I left school. And basically everything that I know today, I sort of had to taught myself. And there's a lot of things that I don't know, unfortunately, and that sort of frustrates me because sometimes I want to sound intelligent, but I know I'm not. You know, it's like a whole. I don't know. I don't know. I think we have. No, we don't have any. We might as well just add a couple of them. I don't think we actually need it, but I want to add them just in case. And the only actual spot we have for them are in there. So I think I'll leave it. I don't want to mess up the whole, because this building, I think this is the building with the most detail. I have all of these sort of edging stuff in, and yeah, so this building I don't want to mess up. This is sort of my proud situation going on here, and it's quite busy as well, which is awesome. I went in upstairs. We don't have much going on up there. I'm just worried why they don't use these sections. It feels like it's sort of here for no reason then. Let's see on that side. Oh, we don't have water in there. And I don't think I'll be able to add the water. I might. Oh, look at the terrain. Oh, the water can be added. Okay, the terrain isn't too big of an issue. I'll fix that as well. And that is it. Now let's see what our ratings are like. So our animal rating is 4, our conservation is 3, guest education is 3. Well, you can say 3.5, marketing is nothing, and guest happiness is 4. What can we do thirst in education? I mean, we have a ton of education. We have like a ton of education all over the show. Oh, you know what? We can maybe increase this one slightly, just to help. Something like that. I see what the problem is. We don't have anything in here. There we go. And then do that. I think the saltwater crocodiles are fine. Although I mean that's like a very small sort of section. Can we maybe then make that slightly louder? Maybe to about there. Oh no, let's do it 12. That's fine. Okay, well I think the educational hopefully will pick up as it goes. I'm not sure why. I mean, we sort of have a lot of education stuff in here. Maybe I need more boards, although everything is like sort of the same on every board, so I don't think the boards will help. I do hope in the future we get custom sort of education stuff, just plain flat screens where you can, like in Planet Coaster, upload your own pictures and use your own stuff. I honestly hope they give it to us, because that would be the best thing. I've done this whole, before the game was fully released, I've done this whole thing where I went on a sort of education thing and I made these little card things that I wanted to use in the game, and I had this whole plan, and then Planet 2 just burst my bubble and it's like, nope, that ain't happening. Yeah. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I hope we have sort of oh, we have more, but those are done. The ATMs are working, everything is working. Yeah, look, I think it's just gonna take a bit of time to get the zoo on sort of a proper rating, but other than that, it seems like it is making quite a lot of money now, because we started at, well, I reset it at 10, and we are on 26 now, and we have an underpriced situation, so we're gonna make it 16, 17, 18. No, let's make it, you know what, let's make it 18 for now, just keep it. I wanted to do 20, but that's a bit of greed. Just trying to think, what can we do with the animals? So, after this stream, I will upload the zoo on the workshop. There will be a few differences. For the stream purpose, I went and added this sort of scenery around. And what did I change as well? I haven't changed anything. Before we also, let's just do that. We want the time to go day and night, day and night. I haven't done anything else, but there's a few things that you guys can do, like for instance here, there needs to be the same as that, so I'll leave that for you guys. You don't have to, but the option is there to do it. There's open space, like I've mentioned before, if you want to add your own sort of animals in. I don't know if there is any sort of animal group where we only have 4 that could work in here. I don't know if the space would be enough for them, but yeah, that is there. I will also upload all the buildings individually except for this section. This is all one habitat sort of situation. Let's read first. Definitely, and also another thing that I sort of also figured out is not everyone has the same taste. There's a lot of people that won't like this sort of, I don't know what to call it, neat look, if that makes sense. I don't know what to call it honestly, but there's a lot of people that won't like this. Some people would like a more modern type of zoo, where others would like more sort of a realistic type of zoo. And I think that's sort of the nice thing about this, that everyone has different taste, and I'm sure that you will have at least 4 people that likes your sort of stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, that is it for that. We can look at a couple of animals and do that. There's something, it feels like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I am busy with a series for the zoo called The Gardens Bird and Reptile Park, which is a franchise series on YouTube. Once that is done, I will start the next series. There's 2 sort of design things that I have in mind at this moment. One will be, I don't really want to reveal the names and stuff yet, but I'm just gonna do it in any case. I mean, it's not like it really matters. So one will be the Frozen Queen, where I want to do this whole ice palace. The entire zoo needs to be one sort of castle situation with the Arctic animals in them, and I want to eventually attach that then, because it will be obviously a separate series on itself, but then I want to attach that to the zoo and use this as an entrance to the ice palace. And this side, I'm not sure what name I want to go for the other theme I have, but for the jungle adventure, back to a whole zoo with that sort of ruin vibe, and do that there. And then I don't know, we'll see, maybe get 2 more sort of themes and stuff like that. But like I said, that will only happen after this whole era. There's a lot of videos that still need to be uploaded and stuff like that, so I just want to get all of that out of the way, and then I'll start a new series. Where I think we have baby ostriches. I'm pretty sure I saw a notification earlier. Or have they grown already into bigger? They've grown already. Okay. That's a pity. Okay, let's move on. Let's see if we have any baby lizards yet. I don't think we'll have from the Coryells. Well, we might. Now, these, oh, there we, oh my lord, swim. Oh, that's adorable, come on, that's just so adorable. And so tiny. It's just, in the wild, they get way more babies than they do in the game. Oh, we have actually more. Oh, never mind. You know, I take that back. We have a ton of babies going on here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the water. Oh, okay, well done, mommy. And mommy is so small. Sleeping. Okay, let's go to the next one. Do we have any baby? Oh, we have babies here as well. Oh, everyone is breeding like mad. Just look at you. Oh, so adorable. One day I definitely would like to have a turtle. Turtle, tortoise, I think it's the same thing, I'm not sure. Next we have, what's the Nile Monitor? They are quite tiny, so I'm not sure how tiny their offspring will be. If I can see one. Oh, there we are. That is the father, if he is a father. Oh, there we go. Oh my lord. Just look at them. Oh, come on, that's so adorable. So tiny. And the colors are beautiful. Okay. And then we have, see if we have baby Komodo Dragons. We do have babies. And we have some poop there as well. Ah, that's adorable. Ah, thanks very much. I'll definitely check out your channel. Definitely. Then we have the Saltwater Crocodiles. I don't think they've bred yet. No, I don't think so. I see the 2 adults. Well, 1 adult, 2. What's this? Oh, we have a baby. We have a baby croc. Just look at him, just chilling there. Let's put on our light because I think we're gonna need it. With the mouth open and everything. That's adorable. Yeah, that's adorable. And that is our animals for the zoo. So yeah, this zoo took me about, if I have to count sort of all the hours together, I would say about a week of building and planning and stuff. But I didn't do it all in one. I've done it sort of in sections and stuff, and it took way longer than that. So yeah, there's 2 different series at the moment. We have the garden series, which will be a total of, if I'm not mistaken, 45 to 50 buildings, with habitats and barriers and stuff like that. And then we have the Z Modern series, which is a complete brown. Actually, you know what? Let's load it up quickly. We're gonna save this one, and then we will call it an episode after this. Safe zoo test. Oh yeah, I have a ton of sort of tests and stuff going on there. Let's just see. I have the Z Modern. I'm not sure if it is on here. Let's do this. So the Z Modern series was a very brown-like situation, and yeah, I got tired of it very quickly because it was very brown. Let's just say that it was very brown. But it turned out to be a very good zoo series. It's in franchise mode. By the way, I have to restart the garden series. It gave me some error and now it doesn't allow me to load the game. It says, well, it gives me two options, delete or restart. And I'm not sure why. So I have to restart it and sort of do something because I'm already on episode 3 of the whole series. So I don't know, I'll have to see how I can sort of compromise that whole lost thing and make sure that I do everything sort of exact so that it matches the videos on YouTube. This zoo will take long to load. I think this is sort of my bigger zoos that I've made. The little bear is still walking. There we go. This zoo like slows everything just down majorly, and it's also raining. Why does everything just want to rain? Okay, well, unfortunately we can't do anything about the rain here. I just want to find the entrance. I can't really see what's going on here. So this zoo would have also originally been unfortunately you can't see, but it would have been similar to the garden zoo where everything is sort of matched and stuff like that. We have a ton of guests, almost, well, over 5,000 guests in the zoo. This zoo is a massive success. There's nothing that I could do in the zoo to, I don't know, improve it, but as you can see, everything is sort of brown and white. All of these buildings are on the workshop as well, by the way. We have quite a few animals in here as well. We've got cheetahs, we've got grizzly bears, we've got the Siberian, I think that's a Siberian. Now when I've done this, I've sort of didn't know the whole trick with the sign stuff, that you could sort of put it half in the wall and then only the letters would stick out. So I'm actually quite glad that I've learned that. Just want to see what is that? Oh, that's rocks, never mind. Yeah, this is big. It makes the entire game just lag. I think this is the Siberian, I don't know, the Bengal. I'm so sorry, the Bengal tiger. We have two cubs in there. Then we have the grizzly. We have albino grizzlies. We have our greater flamingos, which have this massive long situation. This I wanted to also sort of go kind of natural, but not really natural, if that makes sense. Then we have the two tortoises on each side. I liked the guest areas. The guest areas I think turned out pretty awesome. It's most probably one of my favorites. And then we have sort of that whole seating area on top of the water. This actually gets used because people walk through here and stuff, so I'm happy about that one. Our common ostrich with a ton of babies, holy moly. And yeah, look, this zoo is a massive situation. I think if you have to compare the two, the gardens will fit into that little section there. So we have the timber wolf, the Arctic wolf, the tigers, Japanese macaque, polar bears. We have lions, elephants, cheetahs, tigers, flamingos, tortoise, well, both of them, Indian peafowl. I think I forgot something, but yeah, you get the picture. So this isn't for the gallery, obviously, well, for the workshop, because it's a franchise zoo, and I don't know if there's a way to upload it to the workshop. But yeah, this you won't find, but you will find a smaller version, which you can just expand or, I don't know, do something with it. But yeah, that is it for this zoo. And that will also be it for this video. So what I'll do now is I will go and upload all of those the garden stuff on the, I don't know why I want to keep on saying the gallery. The gallery has nothing to do with the to the workshop. And yeah, upload all of that, and then you guys can go check it out yourselves. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I honestly do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have an awesome day further, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye.